السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كما عودناكم دائما بمنشوراتنا المتميزة، اليوم مع منشور متميز جدا وهو لقاء مع يوسف استس. دقائق قليلة وتبدأ محاضرة الشيخ يوسف استس، نسأل الله عز وجل أن يبارك فيها.
So let's find out, what does the word mean? Phobia, the last part of it, is an unnatural fear of something. It's not a fear, it's an unnatural fear. Something beyond normal. I have a fear of being bitten by a spider, but not to the extent that if I see a spider, I'm going to freak out and run out the door and scream and holler. But if the spider is on me, I'll probably try to kill it or knock it off. So that's the difference between a phobia and just a normal fear. The phobia is called arachnophobia. Arachnophobia is the fear of spiders, an unnatural fear. You can look up.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Sheikh. Firstly, on behalf of all the followers of our Facebook page, we tell you that we love you for the sake of Allah, and we can say that millions of people in the Arab countries are sharing this feeling with us. We love you so much for what you did and what you are doing in the da'wah. Jazakumullahu khaira, and may He grant you Jannah.
Especially mainly focusing on refuting atheism, especially in the Arabic world. So just need some advices for the young du'at behind the scenes, and even for the man against the rise of atheism in the Islamic world and even in the Arabic world. So first of all questions is the rise of atheism. How we can react against the rise of atheism in the Islamic world and even in the Arabic world, who understands the Quran and the message of the Quran, but we see, the observer sees the increasing trend of this religion even within the Arabic world themselves. So how we can react against this?
How do you counter?
How we can refute, how we can encounter.
الحمد لله رب العالمين هو الذي جعلنا مسلمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is Yusuf Estes, and we're coming to you almost live right now, right here, to talk about a very important subject, the subject of the mulhideen, those who have no iman anymore. Some of them, they think they were always an atheist since birth, but we know from the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that every child is born on the fitrah of al-Islam. So we know that somewhere it broke down and they lost it. What can we do to help those people get back what they deserve, what is their birthright, and what can we do to help keep others from falling into the same trap, and also what we can do for ourselves to keep us on the Siratul Mustaqim? These are three very good questions, and I hope I know some of the answers. First of all, let's talk about ourselves and what must we do, what we need to do. Because we cannot benefit anyone else if we are not getting a benefit for ourselves. You don't go out and try to save the whole world and you've got your own problems. So first, fix your own problem. Number one, the iman for the Muslim is very, very important. How do we keep up the iman and stay away from the things that will take us out of the iman of Islam? First, Quran. You already know that. You know that the importance of listening to the Quran, reciting the Quran, memorizing the Quran on a regular basis. every day. Maybe you like to do it before Fajr, maybe after Fajr, maybe in the evening, but set aside a time every day that you are going to read and listen to the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's number one. Every day. This will definitely help. Second is to have someone that you can relate to, someone that you trust, a scholar, an alim, an imam, or mufti, someone you can talk to that can answer your questions and help keep you on the straight way, the Sirat al-Mustaqim. This is very important. Reading hadith, just for the sake of reading hadith, is not advisable. The reason, because this is something that is more of academic. When you get into these volumes and volumes and volumes of hadith, unless that's your study, that's not the key focus. It's better to read the tafsir of the Quran as you read the Quran. That will bring in the hadiths in a way that you can use them on a daily basis. I recommend that because I've seen the results for the ones who do that the right way. Quran tafsir, and from the tafsir you'll understand more about the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his biography. Now, the second thing, we mentioned also how to take care of ourselves. I want to mention that we need to keep up the salawat every day, on time, in jama'ah, if at all possible, salah, every day. When it's not possible for jama'ah, at least be on time. When it's not possible, maybe you're traveling, something like that, you combine qasr wa jama'ah. But be sure that you do this every day on time. All right. Next, I want to know, after I'm more comfortable with my iman, how can I help others stay in the deen? By giving them the same advice that I just gave you. Ask them to be with you, spend time with Quran, with recitation, listening, and understanding from the tafsir and from the explanation from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Again, having a teacher, somebody with you that you can rely on. Even if you're studying to be a scholar, a talib al-ilm, then you still should focus on having other people with more knowledge. And when we say knowledge, we're not talking just about somebody who memorized the Quran but doesn't know the meaning. We're talking about people who have the wisdom, the hikmah of Islam. Very critical. When you have your foundation, when you have the foundation is muassasa, isn't it? Yeah. To have something solid to build on, then you talk to the people who are the mulhideen. Because if you don't have your own foundation first, what will happen? It'll fall apart. So be sure you have something that when you're talking to others, they can see the benefits. Encourage each other to go in the heart and ask Allah for hidayah, for guidance. These are some of the basic things that anyone would tell you. But then one more thing is get up in the night in qiyam, standing in qiyam al-layl. Stand up in the night and cry to Allah, pray to Allah, ask Allah. When you do this with sincerity, you will be surprised. Every time we do this, we see results. Every time, with no exception. There's never a time when you get up for qiyam and ask Allah, except you will see something happen. So inshallah, this is my recommendation to myself, that establish the foundation, Quran, tafsir, recitation, listening, salah on time, scholar, knowledgeable people with you, ulama, and then have a lifeline. Lifeline means you have a phone that you can call up Hussein Yi or Dr. Zakir Naik or whoever you trust. But keep up with that. And you don't have to call them and talk. You can send a text message. Most of the ulama that I know, they respect this and they will answer you, or they'll have somebody give you an answer. This can help you so much, and it helps them too, because they feel somebody cares, somebody working, keeps us working harder. Inshallah ta'ala. I ask Allah to accept from you, from me, from all of us. I ask Allah to keep us in the Sirat al-Mustaqim. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us good in this life, good in the next life, and save us from the punishment of the fire. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ وَجَزَاكُمُ اللَّهُ خَيْرًا وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَيْكُمْ.